Hey there folks, I am the Mighty Plantain. Thanks for checking out this video. If you've been watching regularly, you will know that today is actually the third anniversary of my first video posting. So this channel's been up and running for 3 years. So far I haven't gotten any of those sweet ad revenue checks from YouTube, but hey, at some point I'll hit $100 worth of ad clicks and then they'll pay me. My first anniversary though, I did a little video that recreated my first video. Second anniversary, I created a video that recreated my second video. Third anniversary, well, it seems like a tired bit at this point. So I'm just going to do something for myself. I'm going to celebrate and treat myself to this year's Worldwide Stout from Dogfish Head, which is an oak-aged vanilla Worldwide Stout. Now, there's a lot of depth and history in the Worldwide Stout, and I don't remember what it was. I think there's ingredients collected from all seven continents. I could be wrong about that. Let me know if I am. I might do some research on it afterwards, but I do know that this is a nice, expensive, roughly $10. Somewhere between $7 and $10 for a 12-ounce bottled beer, and it is made to be aged. Anytime you see that yellow cap on a Dogfish Head beer, that's intended to be aged. It can be enjoyed now, but it can also be aged to enhance the flavors. I may go back and buy another bottle of this and stick it in the beer closet, maybe pull it out 10 years from now. Hey, maybe I'll even still be doing these videos. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy this one. Oh, I'll review it too. I'll tell you what I think about it. Otherwise, there'd be no point in you tuning into this video, would there? But like I said, at this point, recreating old videos just seems like a played out bit for the anniversaries. And honestly, they weren't any more or less popular than my regular videos. So we're going to go with a plain old beer review. And we're just going to review a nice, expensive beer that I know I'm going to like and treat myself. So, it's quite dark, not very effervescent. I didn't do a very good job of putting a head on it, but it's still not bubbling up very much. It's not completely black. There is some light coming through. It's a little bit brown, but very, very dark. Whatever little light is coming through on the edges seems to get absorbed very quickly into the middle. I think I may be babbling it a little bit tonight. Probably because I didn't really prepare for this video. I'm just kind of winging it. Bit of a roasty, maybe chocolate aroma. Slightly chocolatey, but mostly roasted malt. Not getting much else off of it. I bet you anything that's a very high ABV, because I'm getting that boozy sourness that I usually associate with a high ABV beer. It's not listed on the label, and for a Dogfish Head beer that doesn't list the ABV on the label, it's probably because it varies slightly from year to year, just like their 120-minute IPA, and it's the only other beer I can think of that they don't list the ABV on the label, and that one is because it does vary from one batch to the next, just based on conditions, because they do try to keep things very consistent, but the yeast might not perform the same each year. I'm willing to bet this is at least in the double digits. On the second sip, that boozy sourness fades pretty quickly. And you're left with a nice medium heavy mouthfeel stout. With a woody flavor. Hint of vanilla in the finish. quite roasty in the middle. So up front, I'm really getting hit with that high ABV boozy sourness, which I gotta say, for a Dogfish head beer, it's kind of turning me off a bit. It's interesting. As I'm talking, some different flavors are coming out on my palate. Might have to do with the airflow. The more I drink it, the less you notice that boozy sourness, though. Like I said, nice medium heavy mouthfeel stout. Roasted, lots of roasted character. Ooh, that sip was very woody. Very, very woody. The oak is really coming forward, along with those toasted notes. And then the vanilla in the finish is actually getting stronger. So this one was honestly a little off-putting at first, the first couple of sips. But as it's going down, it's getting smoother. That high ABV sour booziness is fading, and I'm getting more of the complex flavor of the beer. Ooh, pardon. The belch isn't bad. Lots of woodiness and toasty flavors. Maybe a hint of chocolate and caramel. But in the finish, the vanilla is really coming through pretty good. This one surprised me. Up front, I thought I wasn't going to like it that much because of that high ABV boozy sourness. I keep mentioning that. That's probably the 6th or 7th time. But I really thought this was going to be an unpleasant beer, and that it was going to really be the off-putting factor right up front. But the more I drink it, and it's maybe a quarter gone, the more I'm liking it. I really like the woody notes that are coming through. And then the toastiness, a little bit of vanilla in the finish. Yeah, that woody, it's very highly woody. It's probably one of the woodier beers I've ever had. So I guess to wrap this up, I'm going to hit this with somewhere between a 3.5 and a 4 out of 5. I think the initial upfront flavor was turning me off to the point where I want to say it wasn't an altogether pleasant experience. But the fact that it did round out with a very nice, uniquely woody beer turned it around for me. But I guess I'm not quite ready to bump it up to a 4. You know, I stay away from the quarter ratings a lot because I like to keep things nice and simple on Untapped and in my videos, but I think I gotta hit this with a 3.75. A 3 3/4 out of 4. It's definitely a better than average beer, and I'm really enjoying it. It's not quite making me go wow. I'm liking the unique woody flavor, but that initial sour booziness just turned me off, and I'm not quite able to get past that because I'm still getting some hint of it in the flavor of the beer. So this is going to be, I think, the first time on film I've rated a beer, or probably even on the app. I don't think I've ever rated a beer with a quarter rating, but I'm going to give it a 3.75 out of 4. Definitely a good beer. You should check it out. It's worth, if for no other reason than the fact that it is a unique flavor, it is worth putting the extra money down to buy at least one bottle of this. Don't buy a 4-pack right off the bat because you might not like it. I'm probably not going to go back and buy a 4-pack just because of the cost is a little prohibitive for me. But I think I am going to buy at least one more bottle and age it a few years and see how it turns out after a few years. I'd be interested to see how this ages and if it mellows the beer out any and makes it a more pleasant experience for me up front all the way through. So, ooh, pardon. And again, the burps are actually pretty pleasant. So that's just what I think about the beer. Hit me up down below in the comments and email section. I'd like to know what you have to say about it, whether you agree or disagree or just have completely different thoughts altogether. While you're down there, make sure to click like and share, and definitely click on that little subscribe button. When you like and share the video, I get more attention, which I don't mind at all. That's the whole point of doing these videos for me, and we all know it. When you subscribe, you'll get a notification every time I post a new video, and it also helps YouTube to think that I'm more important than I really am, so I appreciate those subscriptions. Until next time, folks, thanks for tuning in for the past 3 years. Cheers. Now, a little while back, we did a bit of a comparison with the Not Your Father's Hard Root Beer review.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thanks for the beer, man. So, highly recommended by you. The Extreme Beer Fest this weekend. We'll be able to get a hold of, I believe it's the American